Hi, I'm Diane Mickelson of DrsMick. We made a little video the other day on our story of how we got into the business and formed DrsMick. But we keep getting asked of who are we anyway, so this video is going to be a bit of our background. And when I say we, I'm not a we. I'm Diane, and my husband Lauren is behind the camera. You want to say hello, Lauren?
Hello, Lauren.
See, he really does exist, and somehow I put up with him. Anyway, who are we? Contrary to beliefs, we weren't hatched. We didn't come down from an asteroid and land here. We actually were born to parents in 1945. Lauren was born the day they tested the atomic bomb in New Mexico in July 16th, 1945, and I was born the day they dropped the bomb in Hiroshima, August 6th, 1945. So we figure if there's ever a nuclear bomb or a nuclear disaster, we're pretty much immune from it, because either we were a blast from it or we've had enough and we just irradiate anyway. Who knows? Anyway, we were raised in rural Wisconsin. Lauren was raised by two parents, the youngest of five. They had 4 kids and then Lauren. And he was raised on a farm, basically. I'm the youngest of 4. I was raised by a single dad since my mom died when I was 4. And raised like they used to raise by the community, and my aunts. My father had quite a few brothers and sisters, and I used to go from farm to farm and house to house, and was raised by a multitude of a village. We went to very, very small schools. Lauren graduated from Viroqua High School with a class of around 100. I graduated from DeSoto High School with a class of 52. Really small, and I'm telling you this for a reason, because we came from a very narrow background. We both were raised in the Lutheran Church, very strict. Interestingly enough, had the same pastor, but different churches, and never met during that parts of our lives. Lauren has a multitude of talents. He is a beautiful singer, has sung at a lot of weddings and that, although he doesn't really want to do that anymore. And he can pick up any instrument and play it, which is very frustrating to me, since I play the tape recorder and the iPod and music on the radio and TV very, very well. Anyway, he's very, very artistic. For hobbies, loves to create jewelry. He created the piece I have on, and doing some steampunk out of clocks and that. And he just finished doing a custom piece for a lady, unfortunate number jewelry, which is alexandrite and some tourmaline and I think malachite, azurite malachite. And he has a lot of fun doing that. I love to quilt, but mainly art quilts. And this is a piece that I had made just from some old Japanese kimonos, and I just have a lot of fun doing that. One of our biggest loves also is reading, and love to go to school. That's a little bit of that background. Lauren and I met at Vernon County Teachers College in Viroqua, Wisconsin, a tiny, tiny little teaching college. And Lauren, we both taught for 4 years, and Lauren was drafted. And that was because the county at the time had the audacity to move out of the county to go teach. And also the lottery, we were during the lottery years, and Lauren had number 2, and so he was drafted. Quick enlisted in the Air Force, because it was the only recruiter open the day that he had to report. And we spent the next year, and I say we spent the next years in the military, because once one is in, you're both in. And while he was there, he was in the graphic arts department, and developed the graphic arts program from OJT, on-the-job training, to classroom, and did all the illustrations for it. And also went ahead and got his bachelor's and his master's and his PhD. And we also had time to have 2 kids. I went ahead and went to school and finished a lot of my education, also getting my bachelor's and a few masters, like 3, and a PhD, which sounds like a big hairy deal, but it really isn't. Our PhD is in educational psychology and clinical psychology, a double made double, and don't ask me why we did that, it was just there, and we like to go to school. And along the way, I taught for 18 years, and decided one day that I knew how much I earned, and so it was time for me not to be there, because there was a lot of other people being there. And went on, but while I was teaching, I not only was a classroom teacher, I was an administrator and did a lot of curriculum development. I developed the gifted program for the state of Colorado. I developed the first kindergarten program ever for the state of Oklahoma when we lived there. And when we lived in Wisconsin, I developed the first learning disability program for the state of Wisconsin. But I got really burned out, and I just didn't want to do it anymore because I just thought it was too much overhead and not enough caring about the kids. And so went into corporate America, and I thought if the education was bad, boy, I really went right into the fire. And I went into market research, which got me into a lot of trouble because one of my talents, I talked about Lauren's talents, but one of my talents is being able to see and hear things and just know things for some odd reason. And I would always know what the end would be before the results were published, and they always thought I made it all up, so it got me into a lot of trouble. So along the way, if you listen to our story, we got launched into the metaphysical world and a lot of weird things, and had to start owning the fact that that I saw and I hear, which I thought everybody did at the time anyway. Lauren went in and worked for Johnston's in the Scholastic Division, and he was the art director. And through downsizing, we just sort of ended up in private practice and had a good time doing normal practice until our story. And if you need to know what that is, you should listen to the story. We do energy work, and the energy work is the levels 1 through 50 that we do, and there's some chapters 1 through 6 and a lot of other little things that we do. We also do a tremendous amount of coaching and consulting and counseling still, and have a lot of fun doing it. My biggest therapy along the way has been I write my blog, and that's called Diane's Musings, which is Diane's therapy actually. And if you haven't looked at it, you should, because you might identify with some of the things that I went through. And we also have a website of www.DrsMick.com. So come on and join us. And also there's a YouTube channel called The DrsMick, only because we couldn't figure out another name. So hey, bear with us. I hope to see you again next week. Bye.